Good evening, voters. Well, monsoon season is here, and at least in Maharashtra, it's in full-fledged form. Like every year, this year too hasn't been very different for Mumbaikars. Same issues, probably in a worse situation. Before we actually take you through what has happened in the last few days, especially over the weekend, here is what I just want to read out to you. Things that BMC, our civic body, told the court just last week. BMC said that it's prepared to tackle all natural calamities this monsoon season, that it has put in place various safety measures, including mapping flood-prone and low-lying areas, installing water suction pumps, and most importantly, it says that it has installed safety grills in 1,425 manholes in flood-prone areas. Now, listen to all of this carefully, because I want you to tell me if this is actually happening where you live. BMC also has come out to say that please come and tell our ward officers in case there is any problem. So tell me if you've done that and you've got any reaction from your ward officers. The civic body has actually told the court that BMC never leaves manholes open or unattended, even when it is carrying out some cleaning or maintenance work. Do you think that's true? Do you think it's otherwise? Call up and share your views, because this is the show where we're going to show the mirror to the BMC. BMC says it has developed a disaster management app that will inform citizens about all weather-related information. That really doesn't work, because half the time we're not even too sure what's coming from the Met Department is actually going to turn out to. Besides, if they're going to tell us about what the weather is, does that mean that we stay indoors, because the BMC can't really do anything about what's happening indoors? So how do we solve Mumbai's issues? Can our monsoon woes be fixed? That's the big debate tonight.
Once again, citizens of Mumbai are struggling this monsoon as they make their way through waterlogged streets and jammed roads. Reports of rain-related mishaps have also started pouring in. 3 people have died in less than 24 hours after a wall collapsed in the Antop Hill area of Mumbai. But what's worse is the attitude of authorities responsible for keeping the city safe. They either feign ignorance or resort to blatant denial.
Sir, but like these 13 people have died because of rain-related issues. What does BMC has done, sir, for this? Sir, since the start of the rain, 13 लोग मर गए हैं since the start of the rain.
कभी
सर, कल भी 2 लोग मरे क्योंकि उन पे ट्री गिरा. आज भी एक जन मैनुअल में गिर के मरा. उसके पहले भी
इलेक्शन के लाइन में अंदर वोटिंग के लिए आया हूँ.
The mayor of Mumbai may be in denial, but Mirror now has evidence of the facts the BMC is trying so hard to ignore. Waterlogging in parts of the city, gaping manholes, building collapses and landslides, all death traps laid for unsuspecting citizens. So tonight we ask, is this what you pay your taxes for? Is this what those we voted into power promise citizens? How many more lives will it take for authorities to get their act together? Or does the government simply not care about the sufferings of its citizens? The debate begins now.
Let's say good evening to our guests, and with me in the studios, Clyde Castro, spokesperson for the NCP, and Ravi Srivastava, Citizen Voice. I've also got Mr. Ravi Raja, leader of the opposition in BMC, joining us this evening. And Debbie Goenka, environmentalist, will be also with us shortly. As you can see, Shiv Sena and BJP have chosen not to be part of this conversation. So all we can do right now is speak about the reality of Mumbai and perhaps give some suggestions if the BMC officials and their commissioner and then their boss feel like accepting that. So I'm going to start with Clyde first. Clyde, we've seen 3 deaths in Mumbai, 1 in Thane in just the last 24 hours. It's as if we are being told that falling into a manhole and drowning or coming under a tree and getting crushed is now a regular part of our monsoon troubles.
Then I remember doing a debate with you just on the onset of monsoon. A few showers had come in,
And there were a lot of these BJP spokesperson, they are not here today because obviously they have no answers to give, nor is the Shiv Sena here. And one of the BJP spokesperson went on record to say that the Chief Minister has just, taken a kind of a meeting and convened a meeting where he's called all the people concerned to take a stock of what is happening in Mumbai city. First and foremost is, when it just started raining in Mumbai city, you convened a meeting. Why couldn't you convene that meeting a month before or maybe 15 days before you knew the monsoon was going to come in? The Met Department tells you an approximate date, or it gives you an idea when the monsoon is going to come in. Then the Shiv Sena, the mayor, who today you've been asking questions, had no clue what was happening, had no idea how many people have died. He kind of came out with a very tactical move. His tactical move was that he knows that this monsoon we are going to be in trouble. We have not done our work. We have not gone ahead with whatever necessary action that we needed to take. And that tactical move that he did was he went on record to say that Mumbai is definitely going to flood this time because the metro work that is going on, which comes under the state government, they've broken a lot of storm water drains. And that's the reason there's going to be flooding in Mumbai city. Now the question is, he's the mayor of Mumbai city. How can he palm the blame on the state government? Even if the metro work is being done under the urban development department, is being done under the state ministry. But the fact of the matter is, they were supposed to also be a part of the whole system, the administration. So they should have kept a watch on what was happening with the stormwater drain. Secondly, the BJP, when the 2017 elections, corporation elections happened, Shiv Sena came as the largest single party, then the BJP. BJP refused to go with them, though they were allies in the central government, state government. They refused to work together, saying that we will stay outside, we will be watchdogs, we will keep an eye on this Shiv Sena government that is running this whole BMC, and we are going to make sure that nothing goes wrong. What happened to these watchdogs? If they were keeping an eye on Shiv Sena, if the stormwater drains were being damaged by their own ministry which they are heading, okay, why were they not keeping an eye on that? So the point here is, each one is blaming the other. They're trying to play a tactical move or play mind games, saying that you did this, you did that. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, it's the Mumbaikar, the common man, it's suffering. And when I say Mumbaikar, I am from Mumbai, you are from Mumbai, people are from Mumbai. We all are suffering. We may be a political spokesperson, but we all are suffering. So how long can we go on with these people blaming each other and not showing any sort of sensitivity or concern towards the common man?
Absolutely. I just want to bring attention to this tweet that I have. This is the Assistant Commissioner of A Ward MCGM, and he has just tweeted, an official is telling us that road caved in due to 600mm dia water main pipeline burst near the Metro Cinema Marine Lines. And we'll just bring up those visuals. This happened earlier in the evening. A large chunk of the road just caved in. Now, he's telling us that MCGM BMC is attending to this leakage on priority, hoping to open the road for traffic tomorrow. Water supply in Fort, Dongri, Bombay Hospital might get affected. So, Ravi, it effectively comes down to you either stay in, or if you step out, then you watch out for the open drains and manholes because you can't see them when the roads are flooded. Then you also watch out for the trees because anytime the tree can fall on you. Now you are also supposed to watch out for the entire road caving in and sometimes buildings collapsing.
Correct. Tanvi, I was indeed appalled to listen the statement from this Mr. Mahedeshwar, the Shiv Sena mayor. Kaha mare, kaise mare. He was looking totally lost. And he is the mayor, he is the guardian of the city. He has to stand up and he has to just see that the city remains safe. They said 1,425 manholes, they had put up the mesh on that. And just now in afternoon, if you remember, I saw a report on the panel on which Eastern Express Highway, 5 or 6 manholes remained open completely, and that too 15 feet long. I mean, person will be just lost and nothing. It reminds that grim story of Dr. Amrapurkar last year, who fell into that manhole and he was completely washed away. And he was in fact following the guidance of BMC that if you are finding much water on the road, park your vehicle and walk away. He was exactly doing the same thing. He parked his vehicle and walking away, and he was not to be seen thereafter. Now, this is why after spending hundreds of crores, the three things main, the drainage cleaning, the nalla cleaning and that road work. These three things are to be done on priority. And these people, the BMC has given affidavit in the Bombay High Court that we are rain prepared. We have done everything. We are fully ready to face any kind of downfall and all those things. And they are just taken completely unaware that what is happening. And
so I don't know where these 1245
13 precious lives have lost.
Yes, 13.
13 lives are lost in this monsoon season.
Just
since
a quick statement, Tanvi.
Yeah.
I heard the mayor also talking this afternoon. He said, like, there is no waterlogging anywhere. I mean, all the roads are kind of open up, and everything's all right, going fine. Where was he? I mean, obviously he was busy trying to get his MLC candidate to win, but he was not concerned about Mumbai city. But I don't understand that how insensitive that these people can, when they go on record to say that there was no waterlogging anywhere in Mumbai city. We have visuals everywhere. You are showing those visuals where the water is kind of completely flooding the streets of Mumbai.
Yes.
Now, secondly, I want to tell you, again, one of the things that we've been discussing about potholes. Okay, today I was passing by from the road between the Bombay High Court and Oval Maidan. That whole stretch which also goes to the Mumbai University city campus and Oval Maidan. You send your reporters tomorrow. You see the craters, you feel like you just passed by like some kind of
death tolls. They are not potholes, they are death holes.
Yeah,
actually.
so I mean, right there in the heart of the city.
So what do we do, Mr. Ravi Raja? Now you and I and Clyde and Ravi Srivastava here can sit and talk about it and show the reality. How do we make anybody accountable? It just seems like a blame game continues, and Mumbaikars are expected to just get used to this because, well, the spirit of Mumbai.
No, I've been hearing this conversation. First of all, let me be very clear. The BMC administration is responsible for what is happening. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, please. No, we can absolutely hear you. Perfectly fine.
No, the BMC administration is totally responsible for the happening in city of Mumbai. Today, every monsoon, we come and discuss. And people of Mumbai has lost faith in the BMC. And this has been discussed umpteen times. I was hearing Mr. Crasto. I was hearing the Crasto that what he was saying. In the BMC, the ruling party is the Shiv Sena. But they have been supported by the BJP. The BJP is sitting with the Shiv Sena.
Yes.
For all the proposal, they are sitting with the Shiv Sena and passing the proposal. So, ultimately, both are there in the state government also.
No, but explain to me, sir.
Works under the state government.
You may be leader of the opposition, but you're still part of the, you're still a corporator and part of the BMC elected representatives. Tell me, who is supposed to get the work done from the officials? Are the elected representatives, the corporators responsible at all?
It is the, no. Can I say that, it is the responsibility of the corporator for each ward.
So then why aren't each of the ward corporators doing that?
I do my work.
So why is everybody blaming the BMC commissioner or the BMC officials, and everybody is just raising their hand saying, "हमसे तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा, हमारी बात तो कोई सुन नहीं रहा."
No, can I come in there?
No. What I'm saying, it is the administration who has to ultimately deliver the work.
So what's the point of having elected corporators if the administration is not listening to you? What kind of a logic is this?
No, that's the whole point. Well, I agree with Mr. Raja in a point.
Let me talk. When I talk, please, because when you talk, I was listening to you. We can give suggestion. We can only give suggestions.
No, so
as per the suggestions, we discuss in the standing.
Are you telling me?
We discuss in the standing committee. But
so
what
are you telling me that my vote only counts as far as corporators going in giving suggestions to a bunch of officials is concerned, and that nothing else matters? That the entire city's road infrastructure, the drain system, the sewage system, the garbage collection system, all of this is run by a bunch of babus who don't listen to the corporators at all. What are you saying? I don't get this. Clyde, I don't get this.
No. Ultimately, see, there
let me take that question
party. No, why then there's a ruling party and the opposition? It is the ruling party who has to take
what are individual corporators doing?
Today, ruling party.
What are each of the Congress corporators doing?
Individual corporators has to work in that area. We are working. We are bringing it in the house. We are discussing in the house.
Can I explain this to you?
Debating in the house.
Okay, Mr. Raja, one minute. Yeah,
Recently, I had come with a statement. No, recently I came with a statement in the house.
Sir, I don't care about your statements in the house. Your statements in the house mean nothing to the person who is going to walk into an open drain tomorrow, drown and die. It doesn't mean anything if you come out and condemn it or you say anything. I want actual action on ground. Debbie Goenka, if you can hear me. Good evening, Debbie Goenka.
The ground.
Who am I supposed to, as a Mumbai citizen, as a Mumbaiker, who am I supposed to question? Should I go to my ward officer? Should I go to my corporator? Should I go to my chief minister? Who is going to ensure that I am safe when I go to work or when I stay in my house? Mr.
Administration.
Actually, I think there is no.
This work has to be.
Mr. Raja, 1 minute, please. Now let me go across to other panelists also. Let me go across to other panelists also, please. Yes.
I just want to say that my experience in that there's not much difference between any of the political parties.
Yeah.
They all say the same thing when they're in power, and they all say the same thing when they're in opposition. The second thing is that whatever is happening in terms of doing sewage works or drainage works and all is what I would call the band-aid treatment. They're just doing very superficial work, and the fundamental causes which cause the flooding are never really addressed. The city, the island city, that is the area from Sion Bandra to Colaba, was designed, the drainage system was designed to handle rainfall of 25 millimeters per hour. And that was done at a time when more than 50% of the city space was open to the sky and free, and water percolation used to take place into the groundwater. Now today, almost 95% of the city has been concretized, which means that very little percolation is taking place, and all the water is actually flowing away into the sea. And because the drains cannot cope with that kind of volume of water, there's inevitably going to be flooding, whether you clean the drains properly or whether you don't clean the drains. That's a matter of maybe 10%, 20%, 30%. But the entire system has to be redesigned. The third point is the sea levels are rising, and the drainage system that were designed for a different lower level of sea are now going to be blocked increasingly during high tide for longer periods of time. And that's also going to aggravate the flooding. So really, when the Chief Minister, the BJP and the Shiv Sena talk about higher FSIs and allowing more buildings to come up in open spaces, in salt pans, in playgrounds, and so on, it actually means that they don't even realize that they already have a very, very critical problem on their hands, and they don't understand how serious the problem is going to be if the salt pans and open spaces and wetlands are going to be destroyed by builders. And, today the Chief Minister was talking about how many thousands of crores is going to be spent on improving the infrastructure of Mumbai, to the metro, Coastal Road, Shivaji statue, etc., etc.
I think you should just look at the pictures that have come out from what happened in Varala, where an under-construction building simply collapsed and people had to, through the night, be evacuated because there was a danger to so many more lives.
I have gone there,
Chief Minister should also look at what is happening in the backyard of the BMC headquarters, where that road has caved in. Mr. Ravi Raj, I'll come to you in just a minute. I had a question that I raised to Clyde as well. Let me get a response from those in the studio and I'll come to you. Mr. Raj, I see your hand.
Tanvi, you asked a very valid question. Are the corporators only supposed to voice the grievances of the people? Let me explain this to you clearly. Okay, we have about 224, 227 wards in Mumbai city. Now, out of those wards, about 160 of those wards, there are BJP and Shiv Sena councillors in those wards. Now, those 160 is a big, large chunk of Mumbai city. Okay. Now, all those corporators in those 160 seats do not want to work for the citizens. They do not want to work for the citizens. I agree with Mr. Raja. Is the administration also who's to be blamed? Because these people, these corporators are hand in glove with the administration, administrators in that area, and they do not want to work. If you want work to be done, an individual corporator can work there. You go to the other areas. I'll give an example, and not just because it's my party. Our corporator, Dr. Saida Khan in Kurla, she was on ground trying to make sure that her ward, where the Mithi Nadi, the Nala runs, you go there, you send somebody tomorrow, see that portion of the Mithi Nadi is clean. It is clean. If I'm wrong, you can call me back and I'll agree. But these, sir, just one moment, but these 160 corporators do not want to work, and they belong to the BJP and Shiv Sena. They are hand in glove with the administration, and they do not, they make sure that, you know, they do things that are not substandard. They do not carry out the work. That's the reason you.
No, but we are repeatedly told it's the administration that's not listening to us.
Hand in gloves with the administration alone. They are hand in gloves with the contractors as well.
Absolutely.
You are blacklisting the contractor, and from the back door the same contractor is appointed.
Yes.
How many times you are making those roads? How many times you are cleaning the Mithi river? The Mithi river, you have spent hundreds of crores for cleaning that river. The river is still a gutter today.
Still not clean.
What kind of cleaning is being done?
84 and 82 is their numbers in the corporation. 160 plus corporators belong to the BJP Shiv Sena. They do not want to work. If there are 160 wards in this city, that's like more than 75%. So you are going to get this state.
And the only advice comes from the administration: do not come out of your houses if there is heavy rain. What for are we paying taxes? Do not come out of the house. There is an auto strike, there is a railway strike, there is a heavy water logging, there is a strong sunshine there. Don't come out of the houses. This is the advice comes from the BMC.
Yes.
This is what you are doing with our taxes.
No, Mr. Ravi Raja, you wanted to make a point and address what they are also saying. So, so is that the problem? That a large chunk of the elected corporators don't do the work, and what about the rest? What are you guys doing then, sitting in the opposition, apart from raising as
Mr. Clive was saying, see, from my area I work.
Yes.
No, but what happens to the city of Mumbai? See, that is Science Circle, that is Hindu Mata, that is Gandhi Market, that is Andheri. This waterlogging area, you know, the waterlogging. When the BMC has already come out with a list that, you know, this place is, the water is going to be logged. But why they are not, you know, creating such, you know, type of mechanism where there should be no water logging.
So what is your proposal? What is your proposal as a senior leader, as a leader of the opposition in the BMC, like Debbie Goenka said, we need a larger plan here as we look at the next phase of 20 years of development for Mumbai. What is our plan? Who is going to fix Mumbai's monsoon woes? How are you going to do it?
That, you know, the plan should be that the brimstone, which is being hanging for so many years, and it has been funded by the central government, you should go ahead. But here, the parties who are sitting in the corporation, ruling party, Shiv Sena and BJP, they have got no willingness. They have to work. They are not working. You have seen that, you know, crores of rupees is spent for the cleaning of the nalas, for the roads, for putting up the manholes, you know, and all this money, you know, crores of rupees. Now this money, you know, is spent or not. 2 years back, there was a big scam, and the contractors were, you know, arrested, and even the municipal administration people
all have
gone to jail. But still the BMC administration, the BMC, no, I know that. But what I'm saying, the BMC is not learning from the mistakes. The BMC, first of all, has to have a professional big company. Bring like L&T. Bring like, you know, big companies, you know, who are in the infrastructure line. Tell them to do the work. You are bringing such contractors, and they are making, you know, they are...
No, I am asking you, sir. Now, let's look at it this way. You, Clyde, Mr. Srivastava, Mr. Goenka can sit here and point out as many problems as we can. We can do that. Let's give some solutions now. BJP doesn't want to talk about it. Shiv Sena doesn't want to talk about it. People have genuine issues. The proof of that is on the screens. Maybe the mayor, maybe the BMC commissioner, maybe the chief minister will have a look at some of these visuals. If they do, tell me, what is the plan? What is the plan that you have, that you can propose The next time you stand up to raise your voice in the BMC.
And only 10% rains have taken place as yet. You still have to get 90% rains of the Mumbai's regular quota of the rains. If 10% can make so much of havoc, imagine what will happen when the rest of the rains take place.
Mr. Raja, is there a plan that you can propose?
No. Plan is there. The stormwater drain throughout the city of Mumbai has to be improved. It has to be enlarged. And second thing is that the roads have to be widened.
There has to
the
be.
sewage system has to be enlarged. The other systems, please, let me talk. I'm putting up my plan. And this has to be done on a level for at least next 5 to 10 years. But what happens? The BMC doesn't work according to the future of the city's development. As you know, the new DP is coming.
Right.
In the DP, the FSI has been raised to five FSI.
Now
what happens? All the buildings in the city of Mumbai, on the main roads,
people and go start recovering the fines from people. From whom do we recover the fine for these potholed roads and for these waterlogging everywhere? Who will pay us the fine? That job they could do very well. They could appoint an army there.
I was just talking to somebody yesterday and I said, if a BMC official comes and says, I'm going to fine you now because you're using this package, although I failed to tell you exactly which packets are allowed and which packets are not allowed, whether the garbage bags are allowed, the ones we're using or not allowed. But and somebody turned around and said, नहीं, अगर तुम उनको बोलोगे जो तुमसे फाइन लेने आए कि रास्ते में पोटहोल है उसके लिए हम किससे फाइन ले, they will just turn around and say, ये हमारा डिपार्टमेंट नहीं है. So that's what the citizens are supposed to do. They are supposed to go from one to the other, to the third and the fourth and the fifth, and ask them, somebody please do something about the potholes outside my road, do something about the water logging outside my road. You've come and put a pump, that pump doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Not our department. Let's move on. What is happening now? Everybody has gone into an overdrive to fix that one road that has caved in behind the BMC headquarters. Why? Because a PM visit is expected.
Yes.
And they have gone on war footing now to fix that. So citizens of Mumbai don't matter every day.
Yes. The Prime Minister's function is exactly 200 meters from where this road has caved in.
Yes.
So they are completely in a bad shape.
They have gone on the war footing to fix that.
Absolutely.
But people of the city, the ones who are actually paying their taxes, will not get any of that. That is what it has come down to. Mrs. Ahuja is on the phone line. Good evening, Mrs. Ahuja. Go ahead, please.
Yes. I'm staying at Lokhandwala, Andheri. I'm a senior citizen. About a month back, we had approached the corporator. He had turned up along with the BMC officials and saw for himself the state of affairs. Now, my point is, nothing has been done. When a person goes down the drain and is out of the world, he's not going to see whether he's a BJP chap or whether he's a BMC chap or whether it is a woman or a child or a man. We all are responsible people, but at least we should know whom to approach. When we approach them, they promise us, but nothing is done. What I feel concerned is that it is only 10 days of rains that we have had. We have a long way to go. What we can do now, we can't just be blaming. What we can do is, I would request that a meeting of all the corporators takes place locally in their area, and every building there should be one person who represents and brings them to the roads which are not done or drainages that have not been taken care, and have the things done. We are ready to pay, but at least now solution is there. When we approached them a month back, they had promised. Hardly the rains have started.
Yes.
What is this happening? We feel so sorry.
Yes,
I belong to Bombay and I'm a senior citizen and I'm an army officer's wife. And because we know how to work, I'm an army officer's wife. Unfortunately, my husband is not there. But we people believe in doing work, and here we approach them that tell us what we can help.
Yes.
Nobody wants to do anything. If I still promise you that if suppose we are allowed to meet these people who are the ones, I'll gather 100 ladies and we can all come there and with a plan. Not with a complaint only. Complaint is there, we can see. With a plan that, okay, what we can do now.
Yes, I think, Mrs. Ahuja, that's what we'll have to start doing now. Citizens will have to start taking more initiative, if for nothing else, but just to create pressure on the authorities to say we are more aware and we are going to be more demanding now. We have given you our vote. You better work for what we have put you there for. Thank you, Mrs. Ahuja, for calling. Barmesh on the phone line also from Mumbai. Good evening, Barmesh. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello, I am speaking from Chembur, Amarphan, Nagar Cooperative. I am a senior citizen.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I was entering the TL Lokande Marg from the Amarphan junction to the 100 meter. There is full flooded water. We need deep water. There is no vehicle going there. There is no transportation. Nothing. Even both the Jovut parties on the both sides of the TL Lokande Marg was flooded like anything. They are experiencing this sort of troubles for the last several years. The BMC is not attending to the drainage cleaning, nor if they are attending to drainage cleaning. It is heaps of mud is kept on the roads and they never lift up in time. With the result, you see the same debris are going back to the gutter and is getting flooded. Today, when I was going by a car also, I am getting water splashed on my face.
Yes.
It is too much. He is a corporator of Handore's division, where he is just sitting and watching. His missus is the the local corporate over here, and she is not doing anything.
Well, next time remember that, Mr. Barmesh, when he comes to ask for your vote, remind him that every year you had to bear this pain and he wasn't around then to solve this, to fix this problem, and he doesn't perhaps then deserve your vote. Thank you for calling us. Completely running out of time, but to the point that Mr. Barmesh raised, in the similar nearby area, on 7th of June, a little boy, a 2-year-old boy, died after he fell into an open drain. The road was flooded. His mother was with him, couldn't see, and then couldn't save him. On 9th of June, a 13-year-old died because a tree fell on the teenager. Today, another tree fell. 5 people got injured. 2 of them were brought dead. This happened near the Metro Cinema in Azad Maidan. From South Bombay to West and East, the story is the same. And if in India's financial capital, people begin to lose their lives and people fall prey to open drains and falling trees, even though there is no storm in sight. And I don't know how it's going to get any worse. Look at the state of those cars. We're just glad that there weren't bodies along with those cars. But it could have happened. And the authorities continue to sleep, continue to work in a corrupt manner, and then indulge in a blame game. Perhaps it is time now, citizens, that you and I stand up and question each and every single ward officer, corporator, BMC official, and repeatedly do that so that they understand that we are not going to tolerate this anymore. That just by telling us and reminding us about the spirit of Mumbai, they cannot get away with this. If they can find the time and space and these resources to fix that road that has caved in today because the Prime Minister is going to visit tomorrow, then they better do it for every single taxpayer of Mumbai. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.